Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing a video that's just a little bit different than we normally do. We're doing, I'm looking through Touge races on the event labs. Most of you have probably already done most of them. If you're actually watching this video, you've probably done most of them, but we're just gonna go cruise around and try a bunch of them out in our little Sprinter Apex here. It's got, let's see, it's got intake, turbo, exhaust, that's it. That's all I've done to it. I felt like that was fairly realistic for somebody who had one of these when they came out. You got your intake, turbo, exhaust, all of which changes anyway when you put a turbo on the car. So, might as well just stick to it. So, ooh, that's not what we're gonna do. No, that is what we're gonna do. I'm stupid. Go to title and see what we can find. Now, I've done most of these with my buddies, so I know what a bunch of them are, but there were a few of them that would not load when we tried to do them together, so some of these will be new to me. This one right here we're not going to do, because all it is somebody took the road up the side of the volcano and turned that into like their own race. I guess it's just kind of boring. We're going to do this solo in our own car. It really did hit 595 with just the 3 power upgrades that I threw on it. So, it is a sport turbo, it's not just the regular turbo. I figured, you know what, we might as well give it a decent turbo instead of just an eBay turbo. We got like a precision turbo or something. Small one. Mount Maguma. This is a pretty sick race. If you want the OG experience, you do it in cockpit, which is what we'll be doing. Okay, I am dog shit at this already. Okay, ignore that. This is pretty sick. This one is. They put a lot of trees going up and down this hill. They added the light poles. They added breakable barriers on the side, which is pretty sick. And at the top, there is a turnaround point. That is not me turning the camera like that, by the way. If you didn't know, there is a drift camera in this game where if you're in first person and you start drifting, it will point the camera in the direction that you're going or the direction of the road. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I like the turbo thing. Out of the trees. This one's pretty sick. It's a little bit wider around some of the corners and stuff. Also, there's this that my buddy pointed out to me when we did it. I never noticed this before, but you got this little area full of tires and stuff. For some reason, they put tractor tires in here. But this building, and I believe the golf carts in the wood, are already here in the game, on the road. But they just kind of turned it into a little pit stop area. Kind of neat. And no, I know it's a sin, but I've never seen initially, and I am probably going to start watching it here soon. This car is pretty sweet, though, with just the turbo upgrades on it. It's got like 244 horsepower now, or something. I feel like that's unrealistic for a turbo. Here's the top area that I was talking about. You got your rest area you can kind of park at, but you'll get kicked out if you sit longer than like 30 or 40 seconds AFK, which is pretty lame, but it is what it is. And then you've got a turnaround area up here. So you can turn around and go back down. Obviously, you turn into a ghost when you start heading backwards on the track. You can go all the way back down, you can go back up, whatever. I guess solo, you don't turn into a ghost, but when you're by yourself, or when you're not by yourself, you're with other people, you'll turn ghost, so you can't hit anyone. Kind of ruins the vibe a little bit, but it is what it is. And then if you want to finish the race, you just kind of drive around to the left. This race is pretty sick. I know me and my buddies like to get on and do it. We'll make different cars or whatever. And see who can go up and down the fastest or whatever. just take stock cars sometimes too and see which one's better. It's all just kind of we do it for fun. I enjoy it. We also do it up and down the side of the volcano. All you have to do to find these, by the way, is search up Touge, Touge. But here we are back in just the regular world, and it doesn't even look even close to what it did. It looks way better in the created race. Man, I'm having a hard time talking today, but we'll get there. All right, on to the next one. I have no idea how to pronounce this, so I'm not even gonna try. But it's by Smooth SV. We're gonna check it out. I believe it's similar to the one that we have here, or the one that we just did. Let's grab the Terreno and go. Midnight Course. I believe it's very similar, if not like exactly the same to the one we just did. So, going first. What was that weird visual glitch that we had going on there? That's weird. There's a little bit of a starting area in this one. It's kind of cool. Back in the first person. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm kind of an idiot. The annoying thing about these is if you want to make it look good, you have to repeat the trees, and you can see it. The trees repeat like that, and it's really annoying. It's very obvious, so I mean, that could be fixed. You could spread them out a little bit more. Basically the same so far. Pick out the fence. There is this open area, which is kind of cool. It would be more realistic, like driving up a mountain. In Japan, such as that. I may be going to Japan sometime this year. I know my buddy, who I race with, is going to Japan sometime this year, and I may be going separately. Basically the same, driving up a tighter course. Got a little bit more movement on the road than the other one did, like the course kind of crosses the road and whatnot. It is a little wider, it seems, this whole race. Take out the fence. Drifting up the hill. It is annoying that you can still see the road. Obviously, we're never gonna get like a perfect editor. There's another spot open. There's no turnaround spot at the top of this one. It's just go. Personally, I prefer the other one because it gives you the opportunity to turn around without just flying through the finish line. We hit that like button too. I've done most of these 2 or 3 times, so it is what it is. Let's jump in and find another one. All right, Woods Touge Drift Course. If I remember this one's pretty sick. I could be wrong. I believe this one is not even on the mountain. This is one that you just kind of start. It's kind of in the middle of the map in a kind of a weird spot, but they added a lot of trees. And there's a pretty neat starting area that has its own like parking lot. It's pretty sweet if it's the one I'm thinking of. The trees are they're really thin, so when you throw the trees on in one row, you can see between them. I'll point it out here in a second. Is this it? This is it. It starts pointing you backwards. On the third person, starts turning. It's nice that it tells you to turn around. Here's your parking lot area right off the bat. Pretty sick. Really steep. Really steep entrance, but you got your signal, and there goes the light. You got some lights. You got some parking spots up here that are physically like above the ground, so you can drive over them and it messes with your car. These barriers up here are all breakable, so do not drive off the edge. I mean, you can. You'll look like an idiot, but you can do it. Let's head this way. This isn't a circuit. It's just a sprint like all the other ones were. It's pretty sweet though. They could definitely do without placing the lanterns every like 10 feet. But you see what I mean by you're driving through these trees. If you're not in first person, it looks worse. But you can see there's nothing on the other side of the trees. It's just a path full of trees. If you drive out and you miss the tree, it doesn't look great. But if you're in first person, it's not half bad. There's a decent amount of distance for these trees. And then I believe we get back on, after a little bit of dirt, we get back onto the main road. This car is pretty great for drifting. I may upgrade the diff. Ooh, I'm dead. That's it. R.I.P. I may upgrade the diff and the transmission. Get us a little bit more shifting and stuff, just to please me. This is more realistic, of course, but well, I guess you could weld a diff on a car like this. So we're back on the main road now. You can come back out. All the lights are here. There's so many lights. If you're going in any car whatsoever that's mildly fast, you're gonna hit all of them like I did the last time I played it. Off the wall. Cut the inside. Take out the phone poles and die again. It is raining, so it is pretty slippery. And we're on just stock tires, so it's not that grippy. This thing has a lot of power for what it is, with no other upgrades. I don't like these light poles in the middle of the road. I feel like there's nowhere on the planet that has light poles in the middle of the road like this, unless they have like a cement curb, like they're lifted and there's a cement curb around them with grass and stuff in the middle, if that makes more sense. This one's pretty sick. The very beginning is probably the coolest part of this, because right here it just ends and there's nothing really like special about the end of this race. After the trees and after the first part, it just kind of turns into you're driving on a road with light poles. Hit the like on that one too. Let's find another one. So we did all three of these. I do not remember any of these. If I find any that I don't think are going to be any like worth... Wow, that was kind of glitchy. If I find any that I don't think are going to be worth putting in, I'm not going to show you guys. So if I skip over them, just know that there's not much to them besides like a race up and down a road. But let's try, we did those three, let's try the Toge Battle 03 Midnight, or whatever that means. I wonder if it's the same as the others, but time is the only thing that changes. Japanese style, obviously, so we're staying in our car. One of these cars would be sick to have, but I feel like buying one and importing it would be far more expensive than worth it. Oh, are we racing a single AI? Awesome. And he's in a Mugen, whatever, Civic. If you want to learn how to tune one of those to make it real fast, I have a video on that, and it is very fast. My buddy said, man, driving this car feels like cheating. This one's not too bad. This is actually not half bad. This is kind of cool. Oh, kind of wide. Brakes, hard brakes, we're dead. That's it. R.I.P. We wrapped our car around the tree. Let's back that up. Turn, let's go. Notice we're racing in third person for this one. That's because person versus person, when I'm not just doing it to have fun, I am trash racing in first person. Especially on the right side. That FOV kind of made it weird. All the trees didn't spawn in. Oh, shit! Keep it going. No rewinds. Damn, this is a long track. We're only a quarter of the way through it. Oh, hit the tube. This car does not handle very well. I didn't realize we were going up against AI. I thought it was just going to be us. Just a nice exhaust backfire there. Oh, brakes! Why does he put up a Mexico sign? Toge's are Japanese. Toge is pass in Japanese, if I remember right. Brakes. Brake, turn. Ooh, sharp corner. We whip it there. Let's go, turbo car. We have more power than the Civic and we're rear-wheel drive. We should not be losing this. I like how he put the indestructible fences, though. That's pretty sweet. That means you can't, like, crash through it. Hard on the brakes. Hard, 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 harder. There we go. Punch it. Through Guanajuato. This is a Mexican Toge race, I guess. Punch it. Little trees, nice fences. Did he add? I think obviously he must have added those trees on the left because they're not normally there. Punch it up the hill. It's okay, we're just doing this for fun. I'm not being competitive. Obviously, or else I would have chosen a different car. Brake, turn, punch it. We could be drifting around all these tracks, but you know what? I'm just here for fun, and this is fun. So that's what I'm doing. Finish sideways. Very nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a sick zoom in there at the end. Wow. That's gonna do it for us this time. You can hear that Civic going mental. That's gonna do it for us this time. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to probably link my Discord. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna link my Discord. But if you want to, if you want to get in the Discord, message me. I'll hook you up. You can suggest stuff, whatever. If you want to suggest some tracks, or if you made your own tracks, that would be sick. I can try them. I can try them with you. That'd be kind of cool too. Get some engagement. But that's gonna do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.